Now that we have absolutely everything that this new season of Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 3, the most controversial season of all time, now that everything in the Battle Pass has been out, I wanted to take this time to give the Battle Pass a complete and honest, unbiased review. We're going to take a look at that in just a second. As always, I would love to know what you guys think about it down below afterwards. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's take a look at the Chapter 5 Season 3 Battle Pass. So, of course, we have the Machinist. I'm going to move my face cam over to the other side over here because, of course, maybe you guys would want to see this stuff over here. So, if you guys don't know, I'm a big fan of loading screens, and I think this is a pretty nice loading screen over here. Nothing too special about it. It's just really clean. Machinist is a skin that a lot of people really like. You also have the ignition pack, which is also good in my opinion. Sorry about that. Thought it might be a good idea to throw my headphones on. Maybe we might need to hear some dances this time around, okay? So the ignition pack is really good in my opinion. I like the nitro that's going through it, and the glider fits really well with the entire set they have going on over here. The problem is with this entire season is it's not my personal cup of tea, but that doesn't change the fact that I think the Battle Pass is good. I think there's a lot of quality in it. You have a wrench, again, fits a season. I love the idea of the nitro going through everything. I think it looks really good. And this emote, I'm not a big fan of these stationary emotes. I like the dances, and I unfortunately am one of those people that are kind of like, Epic Games, I miss what you used to do with emotes. I miss the original dances. I liked that they did that even last season with one. And then, of course, I don't like Lego also being part of the Battle Pass, taking up a slot, but then again, it might just be emoticon or something. So, the Machinist is a very good skin in my opinion. A lot of people really like her. I personally think she's better than Jules. You have the nitro going through, like, it all matches really nicely. I think this is a nice touch with, like, the nitro bottle we have going on over here. It'd be cool if, like, you could take that off and drink it, maybe. It doesn't really matter. A lot of people really like the Machinist. I like the Machinist as well. I think it's a pretty clean skin. Let's continue on over to the Cobalt Burn Machinist loading screen. Looks good. Represents the cars very well. You also have another style for the glider. I think it's alright. It doesn't change too much besides the color scheme, but what do you really expect from it? We're not going to listen to any music packs because that would take forever. The engine drop, again, just not my cup of tea, but if you're using the Machinist, it's a really good set to kind of put all together over here. You have the ignition pack, again, changing up the nitro on the inside. Another style for the Machinist, which I think this one is very clean. I like the kind of coat goes down here. It's just like, it looks good, man. It looks good. The blue hair goes good with it. I like that you can see kind of the dirty nitro hair she has going on and the tube that's going up. I think it looks good, man. I know that sounded like an insult, but I actually think it looks really clean. Let's continue on over to the Rust loading screen. Looks good as well. I like the metal head. Again, just not my cup of tea, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool. The Wrecking Axe, typical axe, has the nitro going through it. It's okay. And then you have the Wasteland Rock, which is copyrighted. I was trying to remember if that was copyrighted. I haven't muted, unfortunately, but this is a good unique emote. I like that it's traversal. It was shocking to me that this was traversal, and I like that it is a synced emote as well. Now, the Rust skin, again, not my cup of tea. I think this skin's a little bit generic. I don't think it's as good as the Machinist, nearly as good, but I mean, it's not horrible. It's just nothing that makes me go, woo, yay, look at that. But anyways, taking a look at another loading screen over here. It's always good to see Rust, man. Always good to look. It's always good to see Rust. Let's take a look at the Wasteland Rider Glider. I actually like this one. Fits a theme well. I like the kind of energy going through the cars there. The fun broken down car turns into a flying car. I like that this part of it's powering up to the engine over here. Anyways, we also have the Corrosive Stripe wrap, which just a generic wrap. Nothing special about it. The Wrecking Axe, another style to it, but this style does look better in my opinion. And still, the Rust skin does look way better. Oh, I just equipped it. Way better with the helmet. Way better. I think that Rust looks really good when he's looking like the Rust Lord, to be honest with you. And it's just, again, unfortunately, not just my cup of tea. Let's continue on to, I love the Peabody. I think the Peabody is a fantastic meme skin. It was shocking to me that people were receiving a little bit of hate online for it. So the Peabody, I like the art style of this loading screen over here. I don't know how to describe it, man. The way that this is kind of drawn up. I just like the way it looks. I think it's cool. Peabody's a great skin. The backpack's great. The peas in the pod. The glider is where it suffers a little bit, but it does fit the theme. I actually like this though. The peas out, dude. That's actually enough to bug somebody if you're killing them and then spraying them down. The trail, I mean, as expected. But the Peabody skin, I think, is fantastic. I think it's a great meme skin. I like that it's a meme skin. A really fun skin that also fits with the theme. You can see the wrench and you have like strings of the peas, or the, I don't even know what to call them, man. Are they vines? I don't know what to call them. Might sound stupid in saying that, but I don't know, man. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. Let's continue on to the next page. You have the Slap P body loading screen, which is a pretty good loading screen. Kind of like a comic loading screen. I personally like the comic strips. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty cool. Now, the P part harmony is a very good emote. Very good. I like that it just turns into something crazy. It's funny the first time you see it because you don't expect it, right? The glider's just a color change. Nothing too fancy about it, but I do like the color change for the P-body skin and the backpack and the wrench. I think they all look pretty good. This is a good style for it. I don't know, did it actually change the shirt? I've actually never paid attention to that. It did. It added P's, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. Let's continue on over to Ringmaster Scar. Shout out to Smog. Smog, if you're watching this video. Ringmaster Scar. Cool loading screen. I do like this artwork over here. Unfortunately, Ringmaster Scar also isn't my personal cup of tea. Okay looking skin, just not one that I would use. I like the disco backpack. I always like when skins are a little bit reactive there. I like the shine design kind of going through. You can see like the disco pattern going through. Just not what I would use personally. The Reaver's an okay pickaxe. The wrap goes well with her. The wrap is okay. The backpack is just a stationary head. Again, not something I would particularly use. Let's continue on over to Ruiner Scar. They did really well with the loading screens this time around, guys, in my opinion. I like that it represents the theme really, really well. Plus, I like the idea that it's the entirety of like Ringmaster Scar in the car over here, and you have the cars kind of driving around. So it's like kind of weirdly two images into one. I think it's cool. I think it's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the glider. Actually, I don't remember what this one. Typical glider. I like the trail behind it. It's pretty clean. I like the disco at the top. The color tiles are changing. Looks good. I do not like this contrail, but it does fit the theme. Let's take a look at Fire Show. It's one of those just emotes that's really not worth using, in my opinion. And then this style for Ringmaster Scar does look a little bit better, but still, again, not my cup of tea, man. Not my cup of tea, but it is getting better. What they did do really well this time around, this is why I feel bad saying, like, hey, I don't like this skin for this reason, or like I said, a lot of things isn't just my cup of tea. But I think the designs for them, they've actually done very well. Like, this is a clean looking skin. It is. It fits the theme. It's really cool. I just wish Epic Games maybe had a little bit more of a storyline to it to kind of make me care about these characters a little bit more. Let's continue on over to the T60 Power Armor. I like what they did with this loading screen. I think it looks... Oh, and let me switch over to the other side. I actually think it looks pretty good over here. So let's continue on over to the next wrap. We have a wrap that is pretty good in my opinion. I would imagine this counts. That's got to be it, right? I've never used it personally. But what can you get? The T60 Power Armor. A lot of people were hyped about this. I'm excited for everybody else, but I am not personally a Fallout fan. This is the problem with me in the Battle Pass, right? But I will be looking at this objectively, okay? I like the backpack. Very unique. Fits the theme again. I like it a lot. Let's continue on over to the Hot Rod T60 Power Armor. Loading screen. Again, it's that kind of same art style that I like. But anyways, you also have the Codsworth's Cleanup. A little bit of a unique emote. I would imagine this is really cool for the Fallout fans, but again, it's just not for me. That's the problem. I do like this emoticon, though. I like the animated ones where it's like, haha, you're dead. I do like that. Let's take a look at the glider over here, the West Tech Wings. Typical glider. Nothing special about it. And then you have some styles for the skins, which in my opinion, look a little bit better. Let's continue on over to the Bright Raider loading screen. This is a clean looking loading screen over here. You have the Bright Raider over here. You have the Battle Bus charging in. If only the Battle Bus wasn't nerfed to the ground at the beginning of the season, then this could really represent, like, as if this Battle Bus can keep up with the two cars over here. Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right. I know nobody likes the Eponocons, but I like the animated ones. The wrap's okay looking. Could have been a little bit better, but there's only so much you could do with Bright Bomber, right? The Buddy Pickaxe, and this is the thing. The theme is really good. I would just never use this. It fits. This entire set for Bright Raider looks really cool. The contrail is incredibly unique, though. Bonus points for this one. Incredibly unique. I like it a lot. Bright Raider, I think is a good skin. I think it's a good skin. Not a great skin. Just a typical Bright Bomber skin. I will say she looks better than Bright Bomber. Those OG Fortnite skins had the weird looking hips, right? This one's kind of built better in my opinion. I like Bright Raider. I like Bright Bomber. Clean looking skin. Let's continue on over to the Pastel Bright Raider loading screen. This is one of the best loading screens of the season, in my opinion. I love the comic strip idea. It's kind of like a comic book, kind of not. I like Ready, Set, Wrecked. Looks super cool, man. I think this is a very, very well done loading screen. Simone Diemo, am I saying that right? Very nice. Very nice work over here. I'm a big fan of loading screens, guys. If you are interested, by the way, on the channel, we have looking back at old Fortnite loading screens, admiring the art, admiring the storytelling that Epic Games used to do. Check out that playlist. It's on the channel. Anyways, pickaxe, another reskin. It's okay. Let's take a look at the Bright Moves dance. This is something that I wish Epic Games did more of. I like that it's an original dance. Could be better, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it, man. I like it like that. So, Raiders Trophy, backpack that I wouldn't use again. The Bright Raider style over here does look very clean, in my opinion. I like the Bright Raider a little bit more. Again, it still fits the theme very nicely, and I like it. I like it. I like this particular shade of pink. It's like a pink white. You know what I mean? It's not. It's pink, but it's like a brighter pink. I think it looks good, man. Kind of looks like some candy. Let's continue on to the Megalodon loading screen. This loading screen is very nice. You can tell that it's a bunch of people just like looking up to Megalodon. He is the big baddie, and he is at the. Why am I having a blank on the POI? I'm not going to spend time thinking about it. Should not. Megalodon. Nope, that's the character. The Leviathan. Is that the Leviathan? Why am I having such a blank? Oh my god. Horrible. I'm not going to spend time on that. The wrap looks good. This is what I wish there was a little bit more of in the Battle Pass. The Nitro Burst wrap, you have the Nitro flowing through it. Looks really good. Same with the pickaxe. I like the Nitro. It really, really adds to it. And it's not even a lot to add. The backpack moving, that one's okay. But I also like the contrail. This one fits the theme incredibly. They did nicely with the contrails this time around. I like that the Nitro charge is kind of going through them. Plus, it's kind of like, it's a combination of the Nitro and the dirt going back. And of course, Megalodon is a very nice tier 100 skin. I wish that I cared about him a little bit more. I wish Epic Games made us care about him a little bit more with the storytelling. But very, very clean looking skin. He's a big, bad tier 100 skin. On the map, pretty tough to kill. I think he's worthy of the tier 100 spot. We also have the Nitro Fusion Megalodon and another loading screen in that very unique artwork that they have over here. Bring it over here. They have a couple more characters over here. I think it's a nice touch. I think the loading screens are very, very nicely done. This one is very clean in my opinion. Let's see. We also have an emoticon for Nitro Boom. It's okay. I like the ones that it's kind of like you're dead. Like, I can't remember what it's called, but the one from Chapter 3, Season 3, where you have the skin from the Battle Pass going, oh. That one I like. I use that one regularly. Anyways, you also have the Megalodon glider. Looks great in my opinion. Kind of turning a POI into a glider. Very, very clean. And then, of course, you have the Get Nitroed emote, which changes his edit style into kind of like a Nitro monster. Super cool. Very well done with the tier 100 skin, in my opinion. But that's not it. Let's take a look over at the bonus rewards. We have the Mobile Megalodon, which I like changing the Nitro into blue. I like the color better, in my opinion. So I think it's a little bit of a plus. Nothing special about the backpack over here. You have, I don't know what they did with the P bodies, the difference over here. But anyways, we have Ringmaster Scar with another style. I still think this is better than the default style, but still doesn't really make me want to use the skin too much. Let's continue on over to the Overseer wrap. This one's clean. I like it. I don't know if this is Megalodon's wrap, just an edit style, or if it's a new wrap in itself, but I like when the Nitro's flowing through it. It looks so much better. We also have another edit style for the Megalodon backpack, and then the T60 power armor in what, in my opinion, is the best style that we have for this skin. Looks really cool. I like the very minimalist, slick kind of streak that's going on with him. But let's continue on. I don't know the difference between this backpack. I don't know. My apologies. But anyways, we have another edit style for the Dawn's Dominator pickaxe, and then another edit style for Megalodon, which looks pretty cool in my opinion. I personally like the other style better, but I think this one's also really, really clean. Let's continue on to the bonus styles. I like the bonus styles this time around. Nothing that makes me really go crazy about it, but I don't know. I warmed up to it a lot. I like that how, I don't know, vibrant isn't the right word. I like the glow. It kind of reminds me of like this little pattern over here in the middle and just coming out of like her leg over here. Kind of reminds me of the OG Storm. You know what I mean? On the belt. Maybe that's why I like it personally. But it looks okay on Rust too. It's a big plus on Rust, in my opinion. I also really like that it's kind of fading in and out throughout his pants and throughout his back here. I think that's a very nice touch in my opinion. Ringmaster Scar, still not my type of skin, although the shirt looks way cooler. I like that her... Is this a microphone? Whatever it is that's hanging around her belt over here, I think it looks better with the edit style on it. Megalodon looks sick like this. Super, super cool. Super cool. Like it a lot. And then, of course, the Machinist, arguably the best skin in the Battle Pass. I like the way they handled her. They didn't change much except the nitro that's kind of on her. And, of course, you have that very minimal fading in and out of the... I don't even know what to call it. The storm. Looks good, man. Looks good. Let's continue on over to the next set of edit styles. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them because it's, of course, more of the same. Just green. Megalodon looks good. I like Bright Raider a lot. She looks good as well. The Machinist, same kind of deal going on. I don't think they changed anything. I like that they added the bottle, though. I like that they did something to the bottle over here. Looks good. Ringmaster Scar, And then, of course, we have the final edit style. And this one I was conflicted on how I feel about, but I ultimately do have decided that I liked it. Sometimes it's just weird the way that Epic Games does this stuff because you can see the designs inside of them. I had mixed feelings on this one. I don't really know what it is, but I think it does look good. I think it does look good. Let's take a look at Bright Raider over here and take a look at the Machinist. Like, I think it's clean. I think it's clean. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be getting them this time around. Let's take a look at the quest rewards over here. I like the Wild Wasteland loading screen. Represents the season very well. Also, I like the design in the back here. Kind of like the bubbles flowing out. I got to get that because I do have a scene and it's, of course, not set up right now. Never mind. Let's take a look at the hydraulic slammer. Again, it's a slight change. It's okay. Rust looks... This is a nice style for Rust, but still, again, not my cup of tea. You have the Wasteland glider, which I don't know what they changed here. Probably a color scheme. And then we have another style for the Machinist. This one, I think, is super clean. Super, super clean. I like it a lot. The Machinist is a very good skin, man. Very, very good. And we also have the backpack Metalhead. We have Bright Raider with the helmet. This style is a little bit weaker in my opinion, but it does fit the theme. And then we have the Wastelanders Wreck-It loading screen. I like this one a lot. I like all the characters kind of lined up. They're in the Wasteland, and they're the Wastelanders. Looks great in my opinion. And then, of course, we have a really, really unique wrap for the pea shooter. And I like this one. We've never seen anything like this. And it's kind of like that same art style from the loading screens that we were just talking about earlier, right? I think it looks really clean. It fits the theme and fits that same art style. Very, very strange, but I like it. And then we have the final reward for Peabody, and in my opinion, I don't really like it that much. I like Peabody. It's just the weaker style compared to the rest of them. And we also have, of course, finally, Magneto. The loading screen is pretty clean. I still like that same art style that they've been doing, but there's not a lot to break down over there. We also have the magnetized scrap pickaxe. It's very unique, but it's always sometimes with these one-armed pickaxes. I'll swing shit over here. It just looks weird the way you're swinging it. That's why I don't like about it. But on the other hand, when you're hitting someone, having the metal kind of break off of it and then kind of come back. I equipped it again. Having it break off of him and then come back on him is a very, very nice touch. I think it's super cool. Even when they're just kind of floating around here, I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. Magneto himself, I'm not personally a huge fan of. The only X-Men movie I've really loved was X-Men Apocalypse, and he was great in that movie, but I've never really been too big of an X-Men fan. I like that he's from the comic books. I like those better than when they've adapted him from the movies, so it fits the theme again. I think that the Mythic is cool. The whole collaboration that he brought was cool. I like this, though. I like the Crush GG. Look at that. I think that's cool. It's kind of saying, like, good game, not, but this is where it really, really stands out. The Magnetic Steps glider. Super clean. Every single time Epic Games does one of these types of gliders, they just absolutely knock it out of the park. Like, look at this. I love the ambience. I don't know how much you guys can actually hear that, but let's redeploy it. Like, listen to this sound. It captures Magneto, dude. And I love that the parts are coming off and coming on at the same time. Ridiculously clean glider. I would go as far as to say that's one of the best gliders we've ever had introduced into Fortnite. I like the magnetism master. Sorry, that made me sound stupid, didn't it? But it's okay. It just goes with Magneto. And I like that they have Magneto's loading screen at the back here. The disassemble emote is one of those standalone emotes. It makes sense for Magneto, but what else could you have done for him? And then, of course, we have the Wastelander, Magneto, another style for him, more comic-y. Nothing too much to say about that, it's just another style. So, guys, when looking at this entire thing, I think that objectively, they did a fantastic job. I think everything fits with the theme. I wish they told a little bit more of the story. Almost every skin is very, very, very well made. Even the crossover, which I have been critical of, even the crossover in the past, fits with the theme. I like them all. I like the bonus styles. The problem being, again, like I said so many times over, it's not something personally that I would use for a lot of these things, but I would give this battle pass a solid 8 out of 10 in my opinion. It's missing some emotes. It's missing some of those skins that just make you go, wow. Like, there's not one of those skins that make me go, hey, this is fantastic. That's where I'm kind of sitting with this. But guys, I would love to know what you guys think about this down below. What did you think about the battle pass? What would you rate out of 10? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for being here. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you are interested, new series I'm doing on the channel over here. I have this same complete battle pass review for the previous season. You can check that video out on screen right now. I will see you over there or in the next video, guys. Take care.